Check this out. I've used my Garmin for 3 days now and the battery is still full charge. This is a UPS. Now, this battery doesn't fit physically in this UPS, so you have two feeds coming off this. So I have it plugged into the battery. I am charging the battery. It doesn't physically fit into this UPS. But as you can see, after 3 days of use, the battery is still completely full. So the Garmin Striker 4 does not require a lot of power to run for, I would say, at least 5 hours now. I've had that thing running off a battery. So if you're worried about the lifetime of the UPS battery that I suggested, that one's been running for probably about 5 hours and it's still got full charge. So like I said, I have no problem with it. One thing I need to do is extend the wires on this UPS to create a quick docking station. But all in all, the Striker's working great. The official digital 410 battery box is working great. And the Duracell 12 volt UPS battery is working awesome. I gotta get to work, you guys. Hope you enjoyed the last video. Crazy seeing that Nissan floating. Crazy to catch that tilapia. Definitely the biggest fish I've ever caught. But hopefully that sign's to come. Maybe next time it'll be a big old bass. Here's the hoping, right? Get little Steve ready and set up to use the Garmin, but I have to change the screw heads out because they put stupid screws in here that do not allow for devices to slide through this rail system, which, if you ask me, was a huge flaw in their setup. So they included a feature, quote unquote, that you can't use until you swap out the screws. And make sure when you do this at home, you do this with stainless steel screws. Now I'm only doing one of the rails because since my pole holder's on that side, there's no reason to put the sonar device, I don't know what the hell you call those things, for the Garmin over here. So I'm actually just gonna, I don't know, I guess I'll do all the screws. Also, anytime you drill something in a boat like this, I use long screws. That way, if there's an issue, you want a lot of material that has to pull out before anything comes off your boat, or you have a hole exposed to water. I may get a wild hair at my ass and decide to take little Steve out in the morning for the first time with the Garmin Striker on it. So there we go. Let's see if it fits. And there you go. For the first time ever, little Steve has the Garmin system on him. Clamp down. Basically, once you get on the water, flip this guy over, put him down, spin him around, and you are good to go. Good morning, y'all. I don't think we've shared any of our other morning. I don't think we shared any of our other morning expedition footage because, well, we never catch anything in the morning. Hopefully, I change that today. We're back down here at the Zurich Canal boat ramp, and getting back to our roots a little bit. It's just me, you, and little Steve. Carrie's at home. Even if I don't catch anything, this will be a good day for footage because this will be my first opportunity to test out the Garmin Striker 4 on little Steve, which means this will be my first time getting to use the Garmin Striker 4 because, well, I usually on the back of Big John and the Garmin sits on the front of Big John. Thus, I don't get to use him that much. I get to look over his shoulder every once in a while and take a look at him, but I never really get to navigate him or test him out. So today that's going to change. So I'm going to put the camera away and we're going to get to it. Hold tight. Check out the new glasses, by the way. Got some Cast King glasses with a Cast King company, but they're called Extremists. But anyhow, here we go. Okay, so here you go. It's 5 feet out there. We have the battery box on front. We got a Yak Attack transponder thingy down there. I always forget the name of it. But yeah, this is our Garmin Striker 4. You can see we got 3-foot depth line set there. And if you hear it chirping, like we're on Wicked Tuna, then that means it's fish below us. But I'm gonna get us out to where we want to go, and I'll check you guys in momentarily. Now, as you guys can see, it's like glass out here, which for fishing could be a bad thing. But this being the first time I've taken little Steve out in probably 6 trips, I thought I had everything, but I forgot my anchor. So we're going to be doing free floating fishing today. And if the current was too bad and too strong, which would make for a better fishing day, because, well, the first day we were out here on this lake, it was super windy, current was super high, and it was a battle. But we cleaned up. I think Carrie caught, not only did she catch 7 or 8 bass, but she caught the 2 largest bass we've ever had. There he goes, the fish down there. We have the fish marker turned on just to make it easier to read. We call it goldfish. But anyhow, not only did we clean up, but Carrie caught the 2 largest bass we've ever caught, which made us realize we need to get a scale, because on video they don't look that big, but they were nice, pretty hefty fish. Now, once again, this is my first time really getting to see this thing, and I'm actually impressed with the amount of detail on the bottom. There's been 2 times where this thing has marked like a huge school of fish, which makes us think possibly it was marking an alligator. It just did not. But yeah, there's been 2 times. Once before we turned on the fish icons, where it basically just threw a big red, long, fat red marker, which we thought maybe was an alligator. And then last night when we were out here, we thought maybe it marked an alligator, but I don't know for sure. So I'm going to fight the desire to fish out here, and I'm going to go down to 2 locations to start. I'm going to go down to one where we call Tilapia Town, because that's where I caught my 2 tilapia, but we also pulled some bass out of there. But I think I'm going to take this opportunity to go down to another canal we haven't been down yet. With little Steve, I can travel faster with less wear and tear on myself. So I'm going to clock you guys out, and we'll be right back. You would think under here would be a good place to catch something. So let's find out. Once again, we're going to free float for right now because, well, I didn't bring the anchor. Let's just see what happens when we put the spin jig in. It's not a good cast at all. Yeah, it's gonna be a rough morning. I'll tell you that right now. In fact, I don't have my anchor with me. We're gonna be in for some tough sledding. Now, the first time we were out here, Carrie caught a pretty decent bass in this area. And I'm sure you can see why we refer to it as Four Corners. And the fact that we gave it a name should tell you we were happy with the fish we caught. Marking something. Good. Now we've been striking out. Last night we did not catch a thing out here. Carrie caught one bluegill. And that was it. Not a bass to be had out here last night. Which in and of itself is pretty concerning. But let's be honest. I guess you can't catch every time you come out. Because if you did, you'd be a professional. And not some lame-o with a kayak and a YouTube channel. Which, by the way, those of you who started following this channel because of the fishing content, thank you. And thank those of you who have been interacting and providing suggestions and tips. Ooh. Okay, now, is that what they consider a bait ball below me? Something below me, or in my general vicinity that just marked. And that's the other problem, is I don't know. Now I know when it marks these fish, they're not directly below me, they've already been on the radar. But I don't know if that means they're in front of me, behind me, or where these fish actually are. Those guys are down at 7 feet. I don't think I'm gonna catch with this guy. I'm gonna throw my crankbait in here. See if I can get down closer to their depth. Okay, that was a bit of a lie. I'm not going crankbait. I'm apparently hooked up on my other line with a worm from last night, where I got desperate and decided to go back to worms just to see if I can get a bass on the boat. So we're gonna fish this purple worm. See if maybe somebody here is in the mood for a purple worm. So we're going to free float back down through the Four Corners. See if anybody's interested in worm shopping. I will say one of the frustrating things about having a fish finder, before you have one, you're not catching anything, you just assume, well, there's nothing there. When you're marking them and you're not catching them, you need to start to question your bait choices and your life choices. Let's see if we can find anybody in this grass over here. Oh, there we go, found one in the grass. Found one in the grass on a worm. Now, this isn't going to win me any bass tournaments, but considering not only did we not catch anything last night, but I personally haven't caught anything in 3 days on this canal. There we go. Thanks, little guy. It's a start. And where was he at? Right in that grass. So let's see if we can cast back in that grass with another boring worm. Now, if you guys fish, look, I'm not going after worms. I'm just saying I've come to enjoy the action that you get off a crankbait, but can't argue with results. Let's see if he has any more siblings over there, shall we? And of course, now I'm free floating, so I'm going to have to get my worm reset, paddle back up. I still have not become proficient with baiting a worm in the Texas rig setup. Now, we marked that bait ball again, so I'm going to take us back up closer to that grass spot so we can float through the four corners again. Now I'm thinking about going down this canal over here because we have not gone down that canal yet. I'm going to throw my line in this grass spot right here too. Oh, here's something I want to show you guys. So, I've been wanting to do this more often so I know. So we're going to get a waypoint map. Edit waypoint. Symbol fish. Just gonna bass. Oops. That's fine. So now we go to the waypoint map. We should see that I caught a fish here. So now on the waypoint map, we can pan over and see that we caught one fish here. And it's just nice to be able to so we caught a fish here. Got us another grass bed over here. Let's see if we can, ooh. See if we can tag whatever's living over here. Put the brakes on a little bit. Really wish I had my anchor this morning. There you go. Got one.
What are you fishing with,
worm? Worm. Well, I told you, I put a worm on your line. You want to put a worm on your line?
Oh, no. Oh, he hit it.
Chill out, dude.
Why did it not stick on?
Chill out, dude. I'm trying to help. You want me to help or not? Pretty fish. Goodbye, little guy. Thank you. Well, after another very uneventful day, we are back at our home base. See if we can get one on the line before we go home. There you go. There, get him by the boat.
The whole worm over at me.
I want you to learn how to do it. Give me your fish. Give me your run. There you go. You're going to put your thumb on his lower jaw this time because his hook's on the top. He's going to jerk when you do it, so just be prepared. Now just take the hook out. Can you show me the camera? Pick him up by tail.
He's too baby.
He's still cute.
He's slimy.
Okay, put him in the water. Say bye, fella.
This has been a Digital 410 production.